Number one is the infamous "what do you want to do?" question. Now, I'll be honest, this is not easy, this step. It is probably the hardest step that you'll sort of take in your entire job search process. But it's a step that really no one can do for you, and it's something that will really set the tone and the platform and the foundation for everywhere that you go next. So let's try and break down this question to something a bit less Godzilla-like and a bit more manageable. What do you want to do? Well, first off, let's think about the time commitment that you want to provide. You know, are you looking for a full-time job? Are you looking for a part-time job? Are you maybe in the midst of a job change or still in school? So maybe you're looking for an apprenticeship or an internship of some sort. Or maybe you're looking for something a bit more flexible and you're after freelance and contract jobs. Maybe it's a combination of one or two of them. That's entirely possible depending upon where you are. So think through, obviously, build in your financial commitments to that and sort of what you're after at this point. So that's a piece of it. Great, you've got one piece of what you want to do done. I want a full-time job. Fantastic. Okay. So let's look at another piece of it. Where are you in your career? Are you looking for an entry-level job or internship? Are you looking for something that will sort of take you to the next step, maybe a junior to mid-level job? Are you looking for one more step past that, mid to senior? Wherever you are, start to focus in sort of the range of opportunities that you want to be going after, the level. So now you've got the time, now you've got the level. Here comes the tough one. I promise this is not going to be as difficult as it feels, but what do you want to do? What type of work is going to make you happy? What's going to be something that gets you excited to get out of bed every morning and go do that? Yeah, we all have bad days, but on the broader scheme of things, the people who are really getting something out of their career and are really successful are the ones who are really sort of getting a lot out of their profession as well as their personal lives, or have found ways to integrate them. So that's an area that is going to be a little bit tough to answer for all of you in this question, but I want you to think about a couple of different areas as you do this. The things I want you to think about here is, start with your academics. It could be what you majored in college and thinking through the types of job opportunities that can come from there. Maybe you hated your major, but there were a few classes within there that you got really excited about. Fantastic. Focus on those. Think about the skills that are required to do what you enjoy about those particular academic subjects. Also, mesh in your hobbies, the stuff that you enjoy. Not every hobby has to be a physical sport activity. Hobbies can be, maybe you're a maker, maybe you're a builder, maybe you love gardening. There's something nurturing in that. And look for the skills that you have to have in order to be successful at your hobby, and start sort of keeping a list of those skills and those attributes that you have that you really enjoy and that sort of bring out your light. The other part that you want to sort of intersect into that is think about business sectors, business markets. You can approach this in many different ways. If you're not quite sure from an academic or hobby standpoint, then maybe from a market sector standpoint. I think fashion is fantastic. I think technology is a really interesting area. And break down that sector into the types of roles that are available there and the types of things that you could do. So as you're doing that and thinking through the what do you want to do, there's another piece of this that is really important with the whole networking thing, is where could you potentially do it? So what I'd like you to walk away from is sort of a list of companies where you're understanding some basic fundamentals about them. What does this company do? Does this sound cool to you, and why? What type of work could you do from day one? Just going in with the skills that you have today, where could you sort of launch from? And does that sound interesting to you? Why? And finally, what could you learn while you're there? Where can you stretch into? Well, I could start doing this work, but then I could learn this stuff, which is really interesting to me. Why? So it's almost like you're building a spreadsheet of companies. So you've decided sort of this is the area that I want to play in. So let's pick maybe 5 to 10 companies. Don't overwhelm yourself with like 500 companies. That's just going to, be too much work from the get-go and discourage you from moving on. So keep it a manageable list, but put together a list of 5 to 10 companies and just get a spreadsheet going. What do they do? What type of work could I do there? and what things could I learn there? And just keep notes for yourself on why you find that interesting. You'll use that in later conversations, but you're starting to build up sort of a database of information, if you will, about the type of work that you're enjoying.